Hello chat, welcome to this video. This will be a tour of my 3132 day world, because I want to make a tour of it. Yes. So let's begin. This is my house. It's the first thing I built in this world. It's a little house. I'm not the best builder, as you can see, but I'm trying my best. This is the first floor, with all the stones, the glasses, the bedroom, like 2 little tables, and the furnace area. This is a disposal thing. You just put anything in here and it destroys it for you. This is the first floor with a little jukebox player or kitchen, which is functional with the campfires. Our little music disc thing, our woods, our dirt, and another little chest here. And I also have this right here with Bob. This little copper chest with an exit to the house. So if we go down here, we also have our tank with our axolotl. But we also have a couple secret rooms. Yes, I know I'm in single player, but I like secret rooms, so you can't stop me. You can open the secret room by doing this. So if you fall down here and we click this button to close it up, back up. This is like my valuables room. I have my gear with this, and like rare blocks and stuff. These are my banner patterns, my shirts, my trims, and my horse armor. There's nothing behind this painting, but there is like the exit behind this. You can go back up. Now behind here we got a little ladder, which brings me to my snow farm. We got little Bob the snow golem right here. He gives me all my snow. And behind this door we got first we got the this, which is exactly what it says. When I die, I just come here. It equips me with like a bunch of armor and food and rockets and stuff, so I can go retrieve my items. And if we go down here, this is my potion brewer. This is a really cool potion brewer. You can brew like almost every potion with all of these at like different amounts. It shows you all the like materials that you have. And I have it nicely decorated with some stone and some dark oak. And I have 2 little sides to represent like the cave biomes. I have the Tripstone caves, and I have the Lush cave right here, which is where I have my other potion brewer for the newer potions that this one doesn't include. This one's much simpler. You just select the materials and it makes you the potion. Now, if we go back up, these are all the secrets not behind, below my house. But I have a couple more secret rooms. Now, this is the surrounding area of my house. I got like quite a lot of beacons, 252 beacons to be exact. They cover a very big area. So we have this nice little river here which ends up here, but behind it we got our little super smelter, which is nicely decorated. It has 60 furnaces. This is the input chest, and these are the output chests. And if we click this little button, we can fall here. This is where I store all my skulk stuff. And we got like nice little cave biome things. We got like the darkness here. We got the nether blending in with the deep slide, and then the nether transforming into the deep dark. Now, the wardens aren't gonna spawn because I placed the shriekers, so we're safe. And if we go right here, first of all we got a dripstone trap right here. I'm not gonna die, but whatever. And we got like this nice little room here with this face and a journal. If you want to read, you can pause. I don't have the pages. It's a pretty corny story, but I had to put some lore here. So yeah, this is a nice little cave thing. Now if we go back, click this button. Now we got our nice little river, which continues all the way behind the mountains here, and it opens up there. We got our nice little path starting from here and going to this bridge, which is going to bring me over to the island. As you can see, not the island, the other plot of land basically. Here I got a couple of stuff. First of all, I have the sheep farm, which is down here. It has 6 sheep for every color, so 96 sheep in total. In retrospect, I shouldn't have made it that big because it's extremely laggy with all the helper minecarts and stuff, but whatever. And here I got 5 little farms. One of my goals for this world is to make a farm for every renewable item. So what I have here is a looting rabbit farm, so I can get the rabbit's feet as well. 1 second. Here I got the AFK chicken farm. We have a fox there with a looting sword, killing all the chickens and giving me feathers and chicken. Here we got the looting pig farm to get me raw pork chop. I do have a way to get cooked pork chop, but no way to get raw pork chop, so I built this. Here we have the looting cow farm to get like raw beef and leather, I guess. And finally we got the sheep farm right here to get the mutton, which we don't have any right now, but it's okay. I want to build like a barn here to cover this area and have a couple of horses and stuff. I'm gonna do that eventually, hopefully. Okay, so right here we got the ominous bottle farm. It spawns villagers and kills them, but also we have another farm down here, which is the glow squid farm. Produces me glowing sacks. I really like glowing sacks. I use them pretty much everywhere. They're on my favorite like features, I guess. Okay, so we're done with this area. Now, if we go over here, I guess. I'm gonna build more houses here eventually, but I have these for now. So we start with this little house, which is like the beekeeper's house. I have 2 things here. I have a nice little bee breeder for whenever I need bees. I just put the bee nest here and I breed the bees. And I also have a nice little lay breeder here. This is a pretty cool one. You put the music disc in, you breed the allays with the amethyst shards, you click this note block and an allay pops out. So it's pretty cool. Now if we follow this little path there, by the way, that is just a floating island. I used to have something inside of it, but it's no longer there. Now it's just for decoration. So as I was saying, if we follow this little path, we're going to end up at these 2 houses. This is my moss farm. It has my moss farm inside of it. It produces all the moss things, the azaleas and stuff, and the carpets. I really like this build. I design everything myself. All of the builds at least, not the farms. As you can see. This is another little building here. This is my double tall flower farm and the pink petal farm, as you can see there. And if we go behind here, we also have our glow lichen farm here. And we also have our hanging roots farm, which we can enter if we do this. So yeah, we got a couple farms here as well. But there's also another floor up here. We got another two little farms. We got the drip leaf farm. No drip leaves currently, but oh, never mind. We do have a couple drip leaves. And then we got the pale hanging moss farm, as you can see. I obviously designed these myself. Like, it's only like 5 blocks, so it's not that hard. Now, if we go to the other side, we're going to end up at a really cool area. I just built this for fun because I was bored one day. I don't usually build just for the sake of it, but this was like a pretty good idea and I wanted to build it. So here we got our little beach thing. I want to build like a lighthouse here as well. I'm gonna do that eventually. This is our little sushi bar. It's kind of dysfunctional right now, but that's fine. It leads to these things. I don't know what they're called. And we also have this giant turtle here, with a turtle farm inside, of course. This is a pretty bad turtle farm. I'm gonna build a new one eventually, because it doesn't even work that well. But I guess it gets me skewed and turtle eggs, so I guess it's fine. But if we go a bit more to this side, we're going to see my biggest build, which is this grass block. It's all built by hand, obviously. It's not pixel perfect, but I just tried to recreate it as well as possible with like a rough block palette. It's 120 by 120 by 120, but it's hollow on the inside, so it's not like millions of blocks. But I do have something on the inside, and that's another grass block, of course. Now I built this originally first, but this is 60 by 60 by 60, but it was too small. I didn't like how it looked, and so I built this bigger one. I want to build like a mob museum kind of thing inside here at some point. Yeah, we'll do that at some point. Now we're gonna head to the Nether, which is going to allow me to access most of my other builds. So yeah, let's see. One second. Okay. I need some more rockets because I'm out. And yeah, let's head to the Nether. Have a lot of farms in the Nether as well, and in the end, of course. Because I love building farms. That's probably my favorite thing. So yeah, this is my Nether portal. You can access it by this piston door. We got our Nether stuff in here. We got 2 little secret rooms. This is like the manual block converter for like concrete or fortuning an ore or something. This is my enchanting area. I don't use it that much anymore, but it's a cool relic of the past. This is my stone generator, and down here we got our amethyst farm, which is pretty like a manual amethyst farm, even though I do have like an automatic one below, which puts all the shards in here. If we flick this, and this is the AFK fish farm. I know like this isn't the best design, but it doesn't allow you to get treasure, but this is the point of this fish farm, because this is the only way to farm lily pads, even though I don't have any in here right now. But yeah, by eliminating like treasure items, we get more lily pads, so yeah. So now if we actually go to the nether, I have some blue ice boat highways, as you can see, even though they're mostly like for decoration and to show me where to go. I mainly just use my elytra. We're going to explore them from shortest to longest, so let's go to this one. This one has only one destination, which is this portal. This is a very important portal. This is a 4-in-1 like portal. It's my overworld, nether and warden switch. Like when I flick the lever on the other side, wardens stop spawning, mobs in the nether stop spawning, and mobs in the overworld stop spawning. And I have it on right now, as you can see by the minecart. And it's also my warden farm, which we'll see if I head through. So yeah, this is my warden farm. Whenever I want to use this, I flick this lever. So the skulk sensor down there activates the shrieker, and I also activate this clock by flicking these things off. And a warden spawns and goes up and drowns. So right now it's in like non-use mode. I'm not using it right now, so I have it off, as you can see. And behind there we got like 70 zombie villagers to stop mob spawning in the overworld. And there are the wardens for the nether mob spawning. Alright, so let's go to this one right now. So this is my trial chamber farm. This gets me like trial keys and ominous keys. I have like a rail network connecting 4 trial chambers together. This is where we begin. I have this detector rail here. Right now it's in ominous bottle mode, which means that every 6 times you pass through here, which is once in approximately 5 minutes, you get an ominous bottle. So once every 30 minutes you're gonna get an ominous bottle, you're gonna drink it automatically, and you're just gonna pass through all the trial chambers again and get the keys. But you can also get normal trial keys if you wish to turn it off. And this is where all the breezes go, so I can kill them with looting as well. Now, if we continue moving along this way, we're going to see my ghast farm. I built this all in one day, believe it or not. It actually took me a long time, but I was sick that day, and I didn't have anything else to do, so I built this. This is my my ghast that I use for ghast looting, which also allows me to get these music discs. Yeah, this is also an automatic farm for these discs. This ghast was a pain in the ass to get in there, but eventually I did manage to get it, and now it works perfectly. The ghast like spawn here, and we either kill them with our sword or with a ghast if we want to get them music discs. This portal right here is for replenishing the flint and steel supply in the overworld, so the portal elevator is actually functional. Now, next farm. This is my wither skeleton farm. As you can see, this is a pretty good design. It produces 400 skulls an hour. What I use to get most of my beacons for the overworld and other parts. So yeah, they just spawn like in a fortress below, and they get teleported to this portal, and I just kill them. This is the skeleton suppressor, which prevents skeletons from spawning. Now, if we go here, this is my block duper, like a falling block duper, which I currently only use for 3 blocks. And these are 3 blocks that are supposed to be basically unobtainable. One is supposed to be 2 are supposed to be unobtainable, and the other one is supposed to be limited, but we can farm them. Those blocks are the suspicious gravel, suspicious sand, and dragon egg. You just sit here, flick this on. Actually, no, you don't even need to flick this on, and you just sit here and place them, and they get duplicated by the end portal. So there's that. We can also go behind here, and the last thing that's on this highway is going to be my food farm, which is what I use to get all my food. This may look small, but it produces more than enough food. As you can clearly see, this is like, I don't even know how much AFKing time. Can't be more than like 2 hours. So yeah. Now, if we head back, I think we're gonna go faster with a boat, so let's try that. So if we head back to the portal right here, to our home portal, we're going to go through this one next. Now this one the first farm that we encounter here, I can't speak, sorry, is the basalt farm. Produces me all the basalt I'll ever need. If we move along now, we have 2 paths here. I'll go through this one first. This is my honeycomb farm. It's not really meant to be a honeycomb farm, but I built it anyway. Whatever, I'll replace it at some point because it stops working after some time. This is a chunk loader to keep this farm and this farm on, and this is my honey farm, which automatically crafts the honey bottles into honey blocks and puts the glass bottles back in the system, so we never need to put new ones. So this is gonna be a very cool farm actually. This is one of the the first really big farm that I built, and this is my slime farm. As you can see, that's the roof for the spawning spaces below, and it produces a lot of slime. Like at peak conditions with a full moon, it can produce up to 100,000 slime blocks, not slime blocks, slime balls per hour, which is crazy. Now we're going to go here. This is my iron farm. I recently built this. I used to have a way smaller iron farm. It only produced like an eighth of an iron that this one produces. This produces 12k an hour, and it compacts it into iron blocks for storage. Now if we go through here, we will see that it's pretty goddamn big. Has all these spawning spaces, has this clock here, and it has chunk loaders below. For some reason there's a golem here clipped inside the bed. That's interesting. It appears that I've forgotten to place 2 redstone dust, so let's do that right now before I forget. But yeah, this iron farm produces a lot of iron. It appears that I need to kill this golem. So we're gonna do that real quick. So yeah, this is pretty good iron farm. The other one that I used to have didn't satisfy my needs, so yeah, I ditched that. And now if we go here, this is going to be my raid farm. Let's break the sign because I don't need it. This is my raid farm. This is what I used to use for pretty much every resource, like gunpowder, redstone, emeralds. Now I only really would use it for emeralds, but I have plenty of those right now, so I don't really need to use it anytime soon, I think. And my gear is all maxed out with all the protections and stuff. I used that that one snapshot glitch to get all the protections on my armor and all the like sharpness, my bane of arthropods on my sword and stuff, all that. So yeah. Now if we continue moving along this main track, we'll end up at my new redstone farm, which is this witch farm. This witch farm produces slightly more redstone per hour, but it is enough to make me want to use this more than the raid farm, and it also produces all these other drops right here. So yeah, it's a pretty good farm. It's down here, as you can see. It has a nice little clock to send the witches up, and we killed him with his armor stand. Okay, so I have like 2 more things along this highway, I think. Let's go here first. Now, this is kind of a failed thing that I have. It's not really that good. This is gonna be my blaze farm. Now this is a double spawner blaze farm, but not really, because I put the lava too high on the other spawner, and basically blazes rarely spawn from that one. I mean, I could just replace it, but I don't really care that much. Maybe I'll do it at some point. So if we continue moving along here, we'll actually have 2 more things. First I'll actually show you is this thing here. This is a pretty weird farm. It is the new Eye Blossom flower farm. It's I don't think I've ever seen anyone else build this. So this farm produces both the closed Eye Blossom and the open Eye Blossom. Now I have a cool little mechanism for the Eye Blossoms. So whenever it's night, I have a daylight sensor somewhere, and it detects that it's night, and it makes the clock of the farm slower, so it actually allows it to get open Eye Blossoms, because with the faster clock that is used for the closed blossoms, you can't actually obtain the open Eye Blossoms. So yeah, that's that. Now this big boy right here is my magma cube farm. It is a 2-dimensional one, of course. It is the kill chamber. So the um, the collection area is on the other side here, and this also doubles as a froglight farm. We have like 40 frogos or something, and they eat some of the small cubes and produces some extra froglights of all three of the colors. Froglights are some of my favorite lighting sources, so yeah, it's really nice to get a very good supply of them, as you can see right here. And this is the cream collection area. Now, if we go back, we have one more highway remaining, and that highway definitely has the coolest farms out of everything. I do have 3 farm designers that I really want to shout out because they're like the best farm designers I've ever seen. One of them is ENX04. He makes the simplest like early game farms, which is what I used for most of my playthrough. Another one is Fortunate Diamond, because he makes the coolest big farms. He designed the slime farm and the magma cube farm, as you saw there, and also the wither skeleton farm. And last one is Mr. Holy Ham, which designs the coolest small little farms I've ever seen, and he makes banger videos as well. Okay, so let's move along the last corridor. We'll go here first. This is gonna be my drowned farm, which is I wouldn't say my main source of copper because it doesn't get that much copper. It's my only AFK source of copper, I'll say that. But when I need big copper amounts, as you'll see in a second, I usually go to some trial chambers and mine it out. Now, this is the most important portal of my world by far. This is the coolest industrial district with farms I've ever seen anyone build, and I'm very proud to have built it. So, this is the industrial district. Let me fly up a bit so you can see the entire thing. Actually, the entire thing is not even visible because it's really big. So this place expands 300 by 200, like roughly, blocks, I think. And it's got most of the farms that I have in my world, and pretty much every single farm in the game, let's be honest. I'm gonna quickly go through all of them, because each little farm has its own like unique features and stuff and optimizations. So this is my XP farm for whenever I need to quickly repair my elytra. This is a little fern farm. This is my nether foliage farm right here. By the way, all of these green tall things that you see are bone meal farms. So whenever there's a bone meal farm, that means that the farm it's connected to is self-sustaining. It doesn't need any bone meal input. This is the firefly bush farm, the wildflower farm, the normal bush farm, and the sword/tall dry grass farm. This is the sea pickle farm, the sweet berry farm. This is my cocoa bean farm. Pretty cool farm actually. Yeah, I just froze for a second, sorry. This is a pretty big and cool farm here. This is my yes, it produces these things, as you can see. This is like one of the coolest farms I've built because it's playerless as well. It produces all these different things. Yeah, you can toggle between rooted dirt mode or clay/mud mode, Also has a bone meal farm to be self-sustaining. Yeah, it's a really cool farm actually. Now if we go here, this is my newer wood farm. I used to have a smaller one. Oops, didn't mean to do that. But this one is much better, and it also doubles as a leaf farm. So you can select between these modes. You can go in here. It has an automatic shear restocker, and it has a gigantic bone meal farm there. As you can see, that one. That's 18 bone meal farms stacked on top of each other. If you're wondering why it's there, it's because I used to have like my mangrove tree farm there and another farm, so I built that to supply those. But when I built this and I tore down the other farms, I couldn't be asked to move that entire thing, so I just have like an underwater tunnel connecting to this farm, supplying it with all the bone meal. This farm produces all these things and all these things. It's a very cool farm. I swear the Chinese people design crazy farms. Now, this is my nano crop farm. You've probably seen this before. This is my old wood farm that I was talking about. Now I only use this as a mushroom farm. This is my cobblestone farm. Please don't mind the storage. This is the sugarcane farm. The flying machine design. Pretty simple. This is my pumpkin carver. Just sit here and carve the pumpkins. This is the glowberry farm. It's pretty lengthy, as you can see. Now this is like the first big farm that I built on this district is the pumpkin slash melon farm. Has the pumpkin farm here and the melon farm above. And the storage system is below here. Now if we continue going along the path, we have these little farms. I mainly built this to farm nether sprouts because it's the only one that I've seen, the only nether sprout farm I've seen. But then I also thought, wait, I can also build one for crimson. But after I built it, I realized that there are no crimson sprouts, so I'll build this for nothing. But whatever. This is by far the most important farm of all time, the dirt farm. It's extremely useful. This is my nether wart farm. It's automatic. You like mount a minecart and you go here, and there's like lots of different mechanisms to move you along, and the nether wart. So yeah, it's kinda designed by me, but not really. So if we go behind this, we will end up at the twisting and weeping vine farm. They produce both, as you can see. And this is the dripstone farm. Let's do a harvest right now. Actually, it's due for a harvest. Look at all that juicy dripstone. Yeah. I need some more rockets actually. So yeah, let's continue. This is a pretty cool farm actually. It is the chorus fruit and chorus flower farm. It produces both of them. It actually doesn't lose chorus flowers. So yeah. Then we got our little, actually we'll go from here. Now we got this is the bone meal farm that supplies this, and this is the red mushroom block farm. This is a very interesting design. It uses a horse actually to move you up and break all the things. Let's go down. As you can see, it works very well. These are my my warped tree farm and my crimson tree farm, and this is the bone meal farm that supplies them both. They're actually playerless, and they're controlled by the same lever that also turns on the bone meal farm. So yeah, they produce shroom lights, the warped and crimson blocks, and the logs as well. If we move along here, this is my cobweb farm. It's a pretty cool it's a pretty cool farm. It uses the infestation and weaving potions, and you just stand here and mine the cobwebs. Now this is a goat horn farm. It's a pretty funny farm, not gonna lie. I'm missing 2 gravel blocks here for some reason. I don't know why. I'll put them in later. And as you can see by the signs, this farm has both screaming goats and normal goats because they produce different horns, and it also produces blue eggs, which I don't want, but whatever. So as you can see, we have all of these horns. Next, above us is the dark oak tree farm, which is supplied by this bone meal farm. It's also a pale oak tree farm because they're basically like they have the same mechanics, so they can be farmed by the same farm. This is my concrete converter. This is the pale moss farm. It gets seeds as well as pale moss carpet. This is the cactus and cactus flower farm. It's really fucking long for some reason. I had to dig through a mountain to build it, but basically this whole area right here was a mountain, and I had to dig it out by hand, which is where most of the smooth stone came from to build the floor of this place. Next, oops, I forgot about this. This is the sniffer seed farm and sniffer egg farm, which I don't have any currently in the storage system, but whatever. Yeah, it produces these seeds, and this is the seed converter. Converter. Oh my god, I can't talk today. You just sit here and it converts them into actual flowers. This is my kelp farm. I'm not sure if I said anything about that before. This is my lava farm. Pretty simple farm. This is a cat gift farm, which doesn't even work that well, but whatever. And this is a phantom killer, which I built, and then I remembered that phantoms don't go near cats, so it doesn't work. This is my vine farm. Yeah. Now, this is a flower farm, actually, which produces these flowers. I have more of these flower farms across the world to farm every flower. They're basically the same design. It's like the eye blossom one. I'll show you the rest of them later. Oh, and I just remember that I have a blue orchid farm beneath the witch farm. It's basically the same as this. This is a brown mushroom block and stem farm. So we have farms for both the mushroom blocks. Because you can't actually craft them, I think. Next, we got this gigantic thing, which is my most recent creation. I finished this like 2 days ago. This is a waxed copper factory, which basically lets you allows you to farm waxed copper blocks. You just enter this minecart. There's like you input your copper blocks here, and you enter the minecart. You place them. They get waxed at different intervals, controlled by this panel there, depending on what block you want. They get collected by these flying machines, and they get dropped off to those blast chambers, and they get blown up. It's a really cool farm. I mean, it's not really a farm, it's more like a converter, but yeah. And these are two smaller converters. This is the you can control the delay of the repeater to what's it called? To scrape them at different like stages. So is this one. Just it has two repeaters. Now, is that everything? That might be everything. Oh, I forgot this little guy. This little guy is the Warped and Crimson Nylium farm. I actually designed this myself and I'm quite proud of it. It has a Nylium switching mode, as you can see. Has the on-off switch here. You input the bone meal, and this is where you put all your netherite. You just stand here, place it, and break it. So yeah, I think that might be everything. Let me take a I forgot the bamboo farm right here. I mean, it's like just observers and pistons. It's as simple as it gets. And this is the little fishing cove, the Union of Minecraft Fishermen. Yes. So yeah, I think this is it for our farm district. This is definitely my biggest project and the one that I'm most proud of. Outside of the district, we have this little log cabin here. This is probably my favorite like build that's not a farm. We have the little dock there for the boat. It's pretty simple, but it's so cozy. It has a little campfire site here, and has a little tree with its roots. But if we go inside, of course, it has more farms, because what are you doing if you don't have farms everywhere? So yeah, these are all the egg farms. So I think that's it for this area. Now we'll move across to the rest of our stuff, because we still have quite a few. Now, if we move across to here, this is actually one of my most important farms. This is my general mob farm. This is one of my first farms I built, and it was the biggest farm that I'd ever built at that point. But it's not that big now that I look at it, comparing it to the other farms that I've built. But it gets the job done. It gets all the mobs, kills them, put all the drops here. Pretty good. This is my Guardian farm, designed by my goat ENX04. This is the killing area. Yeah, pretty simple, nothing really to talk about. So if we head back, we have some more stuff this way, which we will go through the nether. We're going to enter this portal later because it leads me to the end and I don't want to go there yet. Now this is a pretty simple farm. It is going to be the ink sac farm, as you can see. And if we go up here, this whole surrounding area actually used to be a lake. As you can see, like all of this used to be a lake, and I had to drain it out, and I kinda tried to terraform it, make it like natural terrain, make this like be a beach or something. I mean, it is a bit too deep, but whatever. That's the AFK spot up there. So yeah, not much to really talk about here. I got one more farm this way, which is pretty useless farm actually, even though it's very big. You would think that it's actually really useful for obtaining like a block that I use quite a lot, and it's gonna be my ice farm. But even though it's that big, it doesn't actually produce that much ice. You need 81 ice to craft one blue ice, and this farm just doesn't produce that much. So it's not that useful really. It's only useful if I need normal ice for something. And this is my powder snow farm. It's a pretty small little farm here to get powder snow. Nothing crazy. If we go back, now we are actually going to enter the end. And of course I have a couple more farms there, because why wouldn't I? But I don't have that much more. So this is my actual sand and red sand duper, which gets me all the glass and stuff that I need. And this is the collection area. I have some cart eaters and the collection right here. And I don't know what the sign's doing here. This also doubles as a soul soil farm, because if you break soul campfires, which are crafted with soul sand, which is renewable, that will actually get you, and then you break them, that will actually get you soul soil, which is the only way to get soul soil. So yeah, we got that. Here I got this little cute Enderman farm, and I have the Enderman face as the spawning platform, which is pretty cool. Nothing insane, just an enchanting area there. Now on the complete opposite side, we got the Skulk farm, which is what I use to farm all of my Skulk stuff, except the Catalyst, but that's from the Warden farm. You just sit here with a hoe and farm all of this. And if we go here, this gateway, as marked from the blocks, is my shulker farm. Pretty simple shulker farm. You can enter this door actually to make it like have a 50% production boost or something, which is kind of crazy. But you can also just chunk load it and it's gonna work just fine by itself. Oops, no, bruh. Okay, it seems that I can enter the gateway. Now I do have one more farm in the end, which is marked by this, but this is not actually the portal that we're gonna enter, because if we do, we're gonna die and we're gonna break the farm. So we have to enter from the neighboring gateway, or gateway. So there it is. It is my Wither Rose farm actually. This was a very annoying farm to build. I don't know why it was so goddamn annoying, but it just was. But now it just gets me all of the Wither Roses that I'll ever need. The Wither's trapped in there, he's never escaping. And yeah, that's all the stuff that I have in the end. I'm actually still missing like 10 farms. I need to build 10 more farms to be able to farm every single thing in the game. They're like very obscure and difficult farms to build, and there's also pretty much no designs for them, which makes them even harder to build. Like a couple of the farms that I still have left, there are no actual working designs for them, but they are farmable. So yeah, I can't build those just yet. Now if we continue along the highway, we will end up at these portals. Let's go through this one first. Now this is gonna be my music disc farm. This gets all the music discs that are actually farmable, except the tiers one, but that we can already farm with a ghast. And we just spawn creepers up there, and they get killed by the skeletons there, which target this iron golem. This is designed by me actually, except the sorter here, which is not designed by me. Now if we go here, we will end up at my crop farm. Now this may look small, and you must be thinking, well, you already have a nano crop farm, so what are you gonna do with this one? Well, this one doesn't require any bone meal, and it also appears as a dirt there for some reason. And this one is actually really big, as you can see. It has, I think, 60 villagers in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, no, 12. 12 times 5, so yeah, 60 villagers in there. It's just farming away for eternity, getting me all the crops I need, except for poisonous potatoes, which is the only reason I built the nano crop farm, to get poisonous potatoes. Now, we got a couple of farms left here. This says, this for some reason isn't gonna work very well, as you can see. Yep, this is my resin farm, and for some godforsaken reason, creaking spawn inside the fucking portal. And I don't know how to prevent that. I probably have to move the portal a couple blocks. So yeah. But this produces quite a lot of resin. It comes down here, it gets auto-crafted. And yeah. Now, if we leave this resin farm, we can go along this way. And we're going to see one of the more important farms that I have, which is the gold farm. This is a pretty big gold farm, one of the fastest gold farms you can make without breaking bedrock and slicing portals and all that shit. Yeah, and this is also my piglin bartering farm, which is what makes this gold farm extremely important, because the piglin bartering farm can give me all of these extremely useful materials, and also the dried ghasts. I ran out of rockets again. So yeah, this is a really cool gold farm. The kill chamber's up there, and that's the storage area. It automatically crafts everything into gold blocks. And if we continue across this, we will end up at the final highway destination, which has a couple farms actually. This is like my little desert village with a little decorated portal. We get our camels here. And here we got two farms actually. We got the coral and coral fan farm with automatic bone meal, of course. There we go. I wanna build like a ship thing around here so it covers this ugly thing up, but we're gonna do that eventually. This is definitely one of the more important farms in my world. I visit all the time because it produces the most important resource in the game: grass. Yes, if you can understand, that's sarcasm. So yeah, produces grass, which I guess is a farmable resource, so we had to farm it. And that's that, I think. I have one more thing in the overworld I want to show you guys, which is gonna be my various flower farms. I'm not gonna go through each one of them separately because they're basically the same thing, but I just want to show you how they are structured basically. But yeah, if you are enjoying this video, don't subscribe, please. Don't subscribe and don't like and don't comment. I don't want those things. Please, just watch the video. I just want views. Thanks. Down there is also my netherite mine, that's what I did today actually. I went and gathered some netherite. Now, if we open this bad boy and go through here, in this flower forest is where most of my flower farms reside. So, where the birch pressure plates are, there's a flower farm. So if we go right down here, this is gonna be, I think, the pink tulip farm, which is what you can see from this carpet. We have this lamp telling us that there's bone meal. This is the bone meal input chest. There currently is bone meal in the farm, so we don't need to worry about that. And this is the on-off switch right there, as you can see. I basically have like 8 or 9 of these for red tulips, all the other tulips, lily of the valley, and all that stuff basically. I don't need to show you, they're basically the same thing, just at different locations. So I do have one thing underground actually, which is pretty big and I almost forgot for some reason. I have 2 separate tunnel bores. First one is this one right here. This is a much better design than the other one because the other one uses ancient debris. I have no idea why I built that with the ancient debris. This is just so much better and so much cheaper. But yeah, I use this tunnel board to get like all the rare ores such as normal diamond ore, deep slide coal, and deep slide emerald, and normal emerald, I guess. And it's working pretty well because it's just like at the deep slide limit, which is where all of that stuff generates. So yeah, this is my first tunnel bore, and down here is my second tunnel bore, which is much bigger actually, and I use this way more often. It's actually 2 separate tunnel bores. It used to be one, but I didn't know how to have a central switch to move both of them, so I just separated them because I'm bad at redstone. So yeah, this is the one that I usually get to, I usually use it to gather diamonds and deep slide for building, and I left this central column open, not open, closed, so I can gather some normal deep slide. So yeah, chat, I think that will be everything for my survival world actually. So if you guys enjoyed the video, you can do whatever you want. You can like, you can subscribe, I don't really mind. So, but hope you guys enjoyed the video, and goodbye.